Breakfast is boring. Like, what are the choices? What are we gonna have? Oatmeal? Maybe a muffin. Childhood favorites never really go out of fashion. Cheerios are good for your cholesterol too. But boring! Let's make breakfast interesting again. Let's have something good for breakfast. Let's start the day with a love letter to ourselves. It says, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Let's do that. Let's make a breakfast pie. You're gonna need a pie crust. Mine is in the oven, pre-baking right now, so make sure you do that. Pre-bake your pie crust. Don't ever put it in the oven raw. That's nasty. You're gonna need a roll of sausage. I like the hot kind. And I've already cut them up for convenience. Sweet, savory, dropping them everywhere. Bell peppers. 4 yard eggs, or 2 large store-bought eggs. Yard eggs come in, we talked about this in another video, different shapes and stuff. That's what these are. That's why they're blue and a little smaller, but taste a whole lot better. So you're gonna need a couple cups of shredded cheddar. I like the mild cheddar. It has less oil. The heavier oil in sharp cheddar can cause some separation, but the mild cheddar doesn't have as much, and it works a lot better when you're gonna melt it. Colby is an excellent choice. If I could find shredded Colby, it'd be great, but no, we don't have that. And some cream cheese. You're gonna need a block of softened cream cheese, like soft. Over a medium skillet, you're gonna wanna drop in your sausage and absolutely wash your hands before you touch anything else. We got 2 smallish bell peppers here. These are the orange ones. I like the orange ones for this kind of a recipe because that is hotter sausage, and the orange is going to give it a nice sweet and savory flavor, both sweet and savory, which is really cool. That's why I like orange and red peppers. I don't like using onions with this because onions have so much water, and when you're mixing it in with something, that can cause some separation because of the water content, even if you're, cooking them down first. If you do want to put some onion in this, go right ahead. I recommend a super sweet onion, like a candy onion or a sweet Vidalia. And just make sure that before you cook the onions down, you're going to want to weep them, which is just sprinkle a little salt on them, put them on a paper towel, sprinkle salt, and let them sit for about 30 minutes. And then dab them with a paper towel and then cook them. And that'll pull a lot of the water out, but I don't want to mess with all that today. The onions are totally optional anyway. I really like this with the sweet pepper in it though. Make sure you get it chopped up real good. If you've got one of these handy dandy little things, get it out. They've got them at the Dollar Tree. I think my mama got this one from Temu, and then I seen them at the Dollar Tree. This little thing is handy here. You see how it's just chopping all that up real good? It don't stir. No, that's not what this is for. This chops the meat, but I need to get it separated off them peppers. All right, that is perfect. You don't want to get this overdone just yet. We're not going for a perfectly crispy done here. We just want it browned because we're still going to cook it in the pie crust. And overcooked sausage is like, I don't know, crunchy. We're not going for crunchy. We're going for interesting and delicious. When you have a good breakfast and it tastes good, you feel good the rest of the day. All right, we're gonna set this off and let it cool down just a bit. One little tip when you're cooking any kind of meat, after you cook it, pull it off the heat, let that rest before you do anything with it, and it'll make it juicier and more flavorful. So we're just gonna let the suck back up into the dish like that. Meanwhile, over here, we've got our cream cheese soft in mixing bowl. We're gonna dump in our cheese and just mix it up real good. You wanna give it a, it's best to keep it all in the bowl, but shit happens in kitchens. Put a little Tony's in it. You're gonna see this a lot here on this channel. It's my favorite thing. I'll put it in everything. If you like it spicy, you want a little extra kick, put a little Tony's in it. Or if you can get your hands on some Slap Your Mama, that's some good stuff too. All right. We just want to get the cheese and the cream cheese together is really all we're trying to do here. Making a cheese ball. Now, see, we don't let the meat cool too long. Put the meat in. Don't mix the meat just yet. Let it sit there and let it warm that cheese up. Because what we're going to do is flip it over. All right, let the meat rest for a minute on the cheese to get it kind of melty, and we're gonna cook our eggs. All right, don't wash the sausage grease out of the pan. We're gonna use it to cook the eggs in. And we're gonna be on the safe side too. We're gonna salt them just a little bit. We're gonna black pepper just a little bit. And then we're gonna scramble a whole lot. Now we're not gonna cook these really well done. We want a soft scramble because this still has to go through the oven. Okay, that's all we're gonna do with that. Get it off the heat immediately or you're gonna have rubbery eggs. Okay, this should be good and soft right now. My pie crust kind of cracked a little bit, but you've got the meat on top. Oop, Lord, that's stuck. There. Your meat is on top for the most part. So you're gonna flip it over to the bottom and that way the cheese melts down over it. Now this is where we try to make it kind of pretty, but really what you wanna do is make sure that your cheese covers the sausage. Not necessarily all the way. Uh-oh. And yeah, this is messy. Cooking is messy. I don't understand people that do not make messes when they cook. I don't think they make good food because good food requires a mess. But you clean it up. Okay, next, top it with your eggs. You might want to make sure they're, you know, chopped up real good. All right, wrap it in tin foil. There was an accident with this one. Wrap it in foil. Good. Pro tip, before you cover anything with tin foil to put it in the oven, spray it. We're gonna bake at 350 for 30 minutes. All right, it's been about 30 minutes in the oven. I just took it out. Let's see what we got here. There's breakfast. We're gonna let this sit, but it's gonna be better cold. You want that cheese mixture to really solidify in there before you go to cutting into it. So just let it air out at until it comes down to room temperature. Don't put it in the refrigerator until it's completely cool though. Okay. Moment of truth, it's been cooling for about 15-20 minutes. You don't want to serve this straight out of the oven. You do want to let it cool a little while just so the cheese doesn't run out everywhere. But look at that. Look at it go. The crust kind of, there it goes. It goes this way. The crust fell apart. I don't know what happened. Like, it's a store-bought crust. Maybe that's the problem. All right, let's try a big old bite. It's really good. This is gonna be so good for breakfast. Now keep it in mind, this is for breakfast. But if you want to make it the night before, have some, absolutely. Put it in the refrigerator and eat it for breakfast the next morning. It's gonna be just as good cold. That's the cool thing about the breakfast pie. You can eat it hot or cold. So you can warm it up in the morning or just snatch it out of the refrigerator and eat it as is. You're gonna wanna pair it with a good Colombian. Y'all, this is delicious. This is awesome. I love this. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, what are you having for breakfast tomorrow? Tell me down in the comments. The recipe is pinned in the comments so you can make this for yourself or for your family. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for getting creative in the kitchen with me. I'll see you in the next one.